No one ever thinks that they're going to be in the position to need us until they are.
If you are a family member or you have a loved one in your life who says that they've experienced sexual violence, the first thing that you can say to them is, I believe you and I'm here for you. You don't have to ask a lot of questions around what happened. You don't have to be the investigator.
Domestic violence can include physical violence between intimate partners. It can also include harassment between intimate partners. It can be sexual violence between intimate partners. We also have sextortion. There's several crimes that kind of cross over between domestic violence and sex crimes.
People sometimes, because they love their loved one, they want to just jump in and be really, really helpful. They want to know all of the information, but the survivor may not remember all of the information. They may not have all of the details that you're looking for. And so just by saying that you believe them and that you're there for them is going to go a long way. And then just supporting them and connecting to the right resources.
For domestic violence victims, I think reassuring them that they're going to have someone with them every step of the way to get over all of those obstacles is what helps them to be successful.
The Rose Andom Center is a family justice center. Even if you don't know what to do, we can help you.
So if somebody comes in, they'll do an initial intake with the staff at the Rose Andom Center. And during that intake, they will be asked a lot of questions and just to really get to, okay, what is this person needing? What have they experienced? And then the resource advocate would be able to determine from that information what services might be the most helpful, and they'll talk with the survivor around that.
That might look like housing, food assistance. They might need to make a statement to the police. They might need a health exam. It doesn't matter what it is, we're going to be with you along the way for every single step. We are a nonprofit, but we partner with public entities like the police department to come together to provide resources for the people who come into this building.
My sex crimes unit has 12 detectives, so I review every case and then I assign it to a detective, and they go to work on the case that they got that day, plus working on all of the other cases that they've been assigned.
The city investing and having the DPD units here shows a strong support for this work and continued investment in the work. Our services are not contingent on anybody talking to the police, and that's really important for us. This is a trauma-informed space, and we really do lead with the victims and what is right for them. And we want to really assess that for every single person who is here with us. It really creates that safe space, which is really what's important for the Rose Andom Center to offer to our community. And it also helps that victim to not have to tell their story over and over and over, which can be incredibly re-traumatizing. When a victim goes in to give a statement into a police station, they might go through a metal detector. They're in this slightly more harsh environment. When they go into the Rose Andom Center, they can give that statement in a really trauma-informed, softer environment. We also have the ability to turn on and record in these rooms as well.
Once the detective is done speaking with the victim about their case, we can then what we call kind of do a soft pass off to the Rose Andom Center, and then they can offer our victim any resources that they have here. That might include how to obtain a restraining order. It could be financial, maybe they need some temporary housing. There's just various resources that we can offer our victims.
A lot of our clients need to see a provider who is trauma-informed and trauma-trained, and the team here is so special. When a client comes in, if they need a health exam, it's right here. We are lucky enough to have a Denver Health Clinic inside of our building. So that might look like a forensic exam, but it also might just look like a wellness exam.
Some survivors, the event has been very immediate. It's very acute, and so we can support survivors in that crisis intervention and just make sure that they're connected to the right services to stabilize. Or someone may have experienced something 10 years ago, but they're ready to talk about it. And so we are available to offer therapy in person or virtually. Our case managers are available to meet with people in person or virtually.
One of our other intake rooms is a really important room because it can connect to the courthouse. Not all of our clients can safely appear in court or want to appear in court. This room can safely accommodate that with the assistance of one of our attorneys, and it's just a really nice extra that we're able to offer at the Rose Andom Center. Our partners that we have in this building are incredible. We have CCASA, we have Blue Bench, we have Project Safeguard. They are experts in their field. We have a special team that we call the high risk team, and they do safety planning, making sure that those clients who are in the absolute highest level of crisis have hands-on support.
So it can really vary depending on what the survivor needs, and then talk with them about next steps. And then we set up follow-up times. We make sure that they're connected to services after that. We also have all of our services in English and in Spanish.
The entire model is good for victims because in the past, you could send them away with pamphlets or written material, and they might have to go to one place to get a restraining order, they might have to go to another place for victim advocacy services, another place for therapy. And that's just not ideal, but with the Family Justice Center model and with the Rose Andom Center, it brings it all to one place so that the victim doesn't have to go everywhere.
So whether that's the Rose Andom Center or calling the Blue Bench has a 24-hour hotline, please utilize those services, and you can support your loved one in calling, or you can call on their behalf and just start that process.
We also just have a space that's here for our community, and we want people to come here and use it as such. So maybe you just need a safe space to be for a few hours. You can come here at the Rose Andom Center and do that.
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page and stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.